including me. My life is...
Hello visionaries, welcome back to my channel. My name is Maresa Talbert. I am the founder and CEO of Talbert Law Office, your favorite go-to legal resource for all things business, nonprofit, and intellectual property law. So today we're talking about artificial intelligence. And the rise of artificial intelligence has been a concern for many reasons. These reasons include invasion of privacy issues, how AI will affect workers and the unemployment rate, or even how AI may affect intellectual property, where we have applications like ChatGPT, which is now taking on the form of human intelligence and possibly infringing on human creativity. So the question is, how does this affect everyday small business owners and entrepreneurs? On one hand, replacing workers with robots or other automated technology could be a cost benefit for small business owners. On the other hand, using AI-generated technology in business could be a major liability. For example, Amazon was found using a hiring and recruiting algorithm that was gender biased because it favored males over female candidates. Additionally, we've seen cases where facial recognition technology was proven to be less accurate for darker skin tones. The point is, there are many considerations to take into account with the rise of AI and its impact on society, particularly the business community. So the specific AI technology that I want to talk about in this video is the rise of deepfakes. If you are unfamiliar, deepfakes are AI-generated pictures, videos, and voices that are distributed through the internet. We've seen our own little version of AI-generated technology through spoofs and memes that target politicians and celebrities and entertainers. But deepfakes also pose a risk to the everyday entrepreneur and the small business owner. So today we're going to discuss 4 ways that you can mitigate the risk of you becoming the next target. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. To explain a little bit further, deepfakes is just another name for digital impersonation. It occurs within 3 general categories. Face swap, which replaces one person's face with another in either photo or video content. Lip sync, which makes another person appear like they're saying something in either audio or video content. And puppet technique, which makes a person look like they're moving in a way that they're not in video content. So this type of technology enables a person to use your likeness with extraordinary accuracy. And of course, they're doing this without your permission. So they can use your likeness to promote goods and services, to disseminate fake news about you or your business, or to gain access to your clients, followers, supporters, whoever you have access to. So here's a few ways that you can manage the risks. Number 1, you should enable multi-factor authentication, or otherwise known as 2-step verification. It's incredibly annoying, but it's very easy to do, especially for communications that involve sensitive data. In a study at the University of Chicago, researchers found that AI-generated deepfake voices were able to fool 3 of the most popular voice recognition systems, Alexa being one of them. There have also been instances where both audio and video deepfakes were used to impersonate employees and executives at Fortune 500 companies. This included CEOs, CFOs, treasurers, you name it. Through these impersonations, they were able to access confidential information, to steal trade secrets and other intellectual property, and to undermine relationships with customers and other partners. So as you're managing and operating your business, along with any employees that you have, you all should be verifying the identity of people that you're communicating with, whether it's audio, video, or other electronic communication. If you have to exchange sensitive information, make sure you communicate through an encrypted and secure platform. Number 2, employ a least privileged access policy. My husband is a cybersecurity professional, and in the cybersecurity space, they use a least privilege access model when it comes to securing a network. Least privilege access only gives access to an individual when it is absolutely necessary for that individual to perform their job. As a business owner, this means everyone should not have access to everything. If you have physical documents that are confidential, mark them as confidential. Only certain employees should be able to access certain records or certain documents. Maybe some employees can access a certain document, but they cannot edit the document or download the document. Back in the day when I was in the corporate world, larger corporations used to require an access code to even make copies or print documents on the company printer. That way they could track exactly what was being printed, exactly how many sheets an employee was using. The goal is to be as stingy as possible when it comes to your business information and your intellectual property. This could include business methods that are proprietary to you, standard operating procedures, client information, vendor information. You get the point. Don't trust and then verify. Instead, you need to verify and then trust. You got me? Okay, number 3, develop an incident response plan. God forbid if you happen to fall victim to a deepfake or other fraudulent scheme, but if so, you need to already have a plan in place. This plan could include a public acknowledgement that misinformation involving your company is being circulated. It could include a process for how you prove that any misinformation that is being disclosed about you or your business is actually fake news. This plan could even include pre-approved communication templates that address various constituents of your company, such as how you will communicate to your clients, how you will communicate to your vendors, how you may communicate to other community partners or large stakeholders, how you may communicate to your investors. Whoever needs that communication, if something was to happen, you could create that early on, but have a plan in place. Whatever your process is, document it so that you're prepared in case something happens. And last but not least, number 4, train your employees and or independent contractors. The people who work for you or work in your business should be aware of deepfakes and other security risks. Just in general, make sure that you emphasize using caution to your workers when they're sharing sensitive data or confidential information, whether it's through phone, through email, through social media, or any other communications that are not in person. Also, make sure that you're training your employees on what is allowed and not allowed to be put on social media concerning your business. These days, common sense is not common. So training your employees on your policies is going to be very important for making sure that your entire company is on the same page. As deepfake technology becomes more readily available, it's not going to be big business that's at a greater risk. They have the money and the awareness to implement a top-notch security infrastructure. It's going to be the small businesses and organizations with less sophisticated security capabilities, little to no awareness about deepfakes and these other AI-imposed risks, and zero mitigation policies to combat these threats. Those are who will be at a greater risk. So these are just a few little practical tips that'll put you ahead of the fakery. You can thank me later. With that, I hope you learned something new today. As always, this is Talbert Law Office, your favorite go-to legal resource for all things business, nonprofit, and intellectual property. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.
I done made it this far.